Hello, welcome to this video. Thanks so much for tuning in and sharing in this now moment with myself and with one another. If you haven't seen these videos before, welcome. Welcome back if you have. My intention is unity and oneness and the highest levels of love light. I just want to roll into a little flow. I get a lot of activations and downloads when I drive. If you're watching this on Instagram, it means I didn't go past the 20-minute mark. I record a lot of videos on YouTube. If you guys feel interested or called to watch some of the videos I've done recently, I just posted an energy share and light language one with some toning and just kind of showing how I tone and what comes through with light language and kind of an energy frequency share. I also posted a word code hour and a half video, which I think was really fun for me because I love to nerd out on linguistics, and I'll talk about that maybe at the end or if I have time. And then I did a third video or a fourth video just talking about solar flares and energy updates. So if you guys feel called to check that out on YouTube, it's on Carrie Yvonne. And the link is in my bio. Let me just go into flow from here. I'm going to go into a little light language. I'm going to go into a little connection with my higher guidance team. And we communicate in many different verbiages, if you will. We use many different verbs and linguistical applications in which we apply frequencies to tone, frequencies to sound, and we go into multiple variations of light codes that stream through sound, that stream through shape, that stream from source, as we are all resourcing multidimensional aspects and components of deeper attributes of the source, the wellspring of information that springs up from our very existence, if you will. And this is part of our existence. We are not limited from one perspective. Our resources are not limited. They are merely limited by the thoughts that we perceive, the perception that we hold, the beliefs that we believe, the values that we believe in. That which we value is intrinsically connected and interwoven into our spatial recognition and fabrication that then fabricates our belief system, that fabricates our very beliefs about our existence, that changes the fabrications, the onlays, the insets in which we recognize that which we have been laid upon. Plays on words on all this, you guys. We change different quests, if you will. I'm seeing quest diagnostic runs. And I'm seeing a quest as in like a shamanic quest, right? We go on a quest to find the source, the truth of our source, that which is resourced within us. For we are tapping into many different resources. And the limitless perspective, if you will, is our advantage. When we find ourselves moving into disadvantage, it is usually because we are limiting our perspective. We are limiting that which we are viewing. We are limiting our point of view and directional flow. We are limiting the directions that we are pointing to. And we find ourselves pointing to one limiting direction, if you will. I'm just seeing tunnel vision. A lot of people just having this tunnel vision and not being able to see the landscape that many of us are trying to escape. For there is a sense of escapism that many of us have fallen, I'm hearing prey to. Play on words. P-R-E-Y, P-R-A-Y. Many of us have fallen into a space of feeling that we are victims of prey, if you will, that we have been preyed upon. And many of us have been praying for certain realities and escapes, if you will. Yet we are here to remind each and every one of us from one perspective, play on words, that many of the directives that we have been following are paths that no longer expands, move out into the expansibility that we are all creating from this new node capacity, if you will. So the node video that I'm just being guided to talk about briefly, there's a wave. If you look at a long wave, which is a centripetal force that we create through our heart trajectory, and you look at a dot connecting the dots on this wave, and you see the waves, and in each influctuation of the wave band, there's a dot. And so it looks like we might be in a valley. When we look across the way, we see a hill, and we don't know that on the other side of that hill is another dot that connects us from point A to point B. And so there are many who are unable to see past the hill, if you will, and feel as if they are in an uphill battle, an uphill trajectory. They continuously look up, asking for something that is beyond things. We recognize now, as we create together, that our trajectory is now hidden. I'm hearing Hidden Valley, Hidden Valley Ranch. Delicious. Kush tur at ek hak ur. Te ak ur mahat tuk ur baak et ar uk ur. We are not limited to one set of language, if you will, one set of linguistical logistics, inferential, play on words. We are not limited to one set of vocabulary, for we are many different tones and vocalities, localities in our vocal spectrum, if you will. And while some of us are off the spectrum, some of us are on the spectrum, we are all part of the rainbow light frequency of spectrum, and many of us are in a place to let go of our expectations and spectral thought processes. For many of us are seeing beyond the color codes that we have been given in the past. For many of us are tuning into a deeper set of nodes, a deeper set of knowingness, if you will, locking us into, So I was seeing a Loch Ness monster. I'm seeing a reference to the snake, and I'm seeing a reference to what is underneath water, what is underneath the earth. Many of us have been locked into a particular belief system, a structure of vocabulary, an idea of what sounds should sound like, what colors should look like. And the biggest message that continually comes through over and over again is to expand our view. Recognize that we're in a whole new world, we're in a whole new landscape, and that which we were trying to escape, or what it is that we are feeling like we need to run from, is actually, we've already moved out of it. So, and this is a multi-layered, multi-dimensional message, if you will, for the messages that we are sharing through this verbiage, through these verbs, through this linguistical play set, if you will, locks into different sets and frequency geometries, different frequency set geometric code advantages, if you will, giving us an advantageous perspective or the ability to advance beyond one linguistical access point. And again, I'm seeing this wave. So if you see this wave and you see all these dots along the wave, one dot may not realize they're able to connect into the other dot, but they are able to. And so we've expanded how far in advance we are able to project and preview our energies. So I'm seeing project and productability. We have increased our productivity. We have increased our ability to produce activity, to actively produce and participate in that which is being provided, that which we are providing for what is being provided. So it's just this interconnected, infinite system. So we are connecting to Source, and Source is infinitely connecting with us, and we are resourcing this source. So we are the streams, the batteries, the conductors, the maestros, the creators, if you will, of this complex set of reality configurations, for we are reconfiguring in the waveforms in which the waves interact with one another, in which the wave fronts play on words. So I could go into so many different layers here. Number one, we are seeing past the front. We are confronting. We are not conforming. We are seeing it and we are moving past it. We are moving through it. We are in a different state of being. We are moving through the borders. We are moving across the state. We are moving across the T, the state. We are moving into that crested, that cross frequency. So we are coming to a crossroads, we are passing through it, we are then crossing our roads together. So there's a lot of plays on words here. So we are also, basically our abilities have increased and the frequency is increased. We're getting massive influctuations and upgrades from the earth, downloads from the sun, from all of the planetary alignments, and everything is working together to harmonize so that we can harmonize, so that we can move out of the box that we have, I'm hearing box of complacency. So many have become complacent, looking to escape their reality. Yet in this now moment, we invite you to see that you are creating your reality, our reality, with a higher rate of conductivity, a higher ability to conduct and see, to recognize the activity that is being birthed all around us. For we have moved out of this, I'm hearing back again, this conformity, and moved into a higher sea of divinity. When I say higher sea of divinity, I'm literally seeing, well, I'm seeing high C orange juice. Remember high C? Oh my gosh. Do they still make that? Oh no, it's Sunny D. No, maybe it was high C. There were like these different juices, but they weren't really juice. But they had that orange flavor. And I'm just seeing a recognition to a high C note. And I'm hearing the C curve. So we're curving around and we're moving through certain blockades that were put up to distract us, or fronts, these weather fronts, these things that were perhaps placed in front of our path to create a blockade. But this is all a play on words. These blocks have actually aided us unknowingly to those that would seek to block our ability to see. For we are moving through this front as a front together, and we are confronting the conformity, and we are decreasing that which was, I'm hearing the expectancy. We've increased the expectancy rate. So that means like there was a certain, we were put into a category and we were given an expectancy rate is what I'm being shown. And you guys, I'm saying this with love, not to go into a place of fear or, well, who did this, and judgment and blame and all of that. I'm just saying, let's be open and play with this. So we were given an expectancy rate, and this expectancy rate, like, all right, these beings are only going to make it this far. This group is only going to live this long. They're only going to be able to create this much. But we've burst through that is what I'm hearing. And I was writing this morning at 4:40 this morning about gamma bursts and another star, quasars. And basically we've outplayed the play. So if you think of a football coach giving us this play, and if you look at a football schematic, and the coach and the quarterback are saying this is what we're going to play, but all of a sudden the team comes together and is like, does something completely unexpected. And this then changes the entire game and the way the game is played. And the coach is like, well, I don't know where we're going to go from here, but let's play ball. Like, I don't know where we're going to go, but you guys just took it to the next level. And so now there's a play involved that was never ever expected before. And you guys, some of you guys might be listening to this going, what is she talking about? You guys, we're playing a game that we're creating now. It's beyond the rules. It's beyond, and I'm going to go part 2. Namaste.